Unfreaking believable. I had to we were actually live at 10 o'clock. I had to shut the whole goddamn thing down and start again because of freaking Rumble Studio. If you're going to create software, make something that works. I've done everything right from my end. Can you tell I'm a little pissed off? I'm not. I'm a lot pissed off. Working with Rumble can be a challenge. They're great people. They really are. They let us do just about whatever the hell we want around here. But I am telling you, folks, this is a mess. Please don't make me go back to YouTube. Please, dear God, don't make me go back to YouTube. Hi, welcome to the Jay Sheldon Show. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. I hope y'all can figure out that I'm live again. And if not, I'm sorry about that. I'm doing everything I can to get this thing right. But so far, it's a challenge. Anyway, the Traitor's library is a complete joke. Interesting developments in Charlie Kirk's assassination, and Denmark fighting AI in a very unique and creative way. We have all that and more this morning on what is finally live, the Jay Sheldon Show. We're not on X this morning. I'm sorry. I tried my best, but I just can't deal with that right now. So we are not on X. We're going to be happy we're on Rumble at all. We are live. And I hope you can find us. So check it out. Give a like. Give a follow. Our followers, by the way, popping up and up and up. More and more every day. We thank you for that. We really do. And thanks for all those of you, Danny, who has been promoting the hell out of this show, because it really does help. You know what? I just realized it's Monday. That's got to explain it. That has to explain what the hell's going on. Unfreaking believable. I'm going to do one more thing before we head off here. And get into the shoe. Give me just a half a second, and away we will go. I promise you. This is the most screwed. This is the most screwed up intro to a show I've done in a very long time. But it's all in the game. That's how we work. Okay. Reposted the links over on Facebook. Hopefully you'll find us. You ready? Here we go. I don't know if you've seen anything about Barack Obama's presidential library, or presidential center, as they're calling it. If you didn't, he posted all about it very proudly on Saturday when he said, when the Obama Presidential Center opens next year, it'll be a hub for change. And it's a hub for change, all right. A place for people from all over the world to come together, get inspired, and take what they learn back to their own communities. Take a look at this dark side of the force monstrosity. This is the video Obama posted. have to admit, I like the music. But what is up with this thing? Honest to God. It's been a boondoggle now for a long time. In fact, it is the perfect representation of Obama himself. Newsweek headline on the project: behind schedule, over budget, and mired in lawsuits. Local community also isn't very happy with the Obamas moving into the neighborhood. The Obama Center, which has faced, this is their writing, years of delay in lawsuits since breaking ground September 21, covering nearly 20 acres of the Jackson Park, featuring a museum, public library branch, athletic center, gardens, and children's play area. When the privately funded project's price tag has ballooned up from its original $500 billion budget, residents said they've seen rents and property taxes skyrocket as the construction nears completion. Rents going up fast. Kiana Butler from Southside Together, one of the at least 3 local activist groups, lobbied the Obama Foundation to better integrate the project into the surrounding neighborhood. At the moment, it just looks like something fell out of the dark side of the sky. 2-bedroom apartment that used to rent before all this monstrosity started was $800 a month. Right now, $1,800. Went up $1,000. Property taxes going up so much, the owners of the building says she just might walk away. One resident called it a monstrosity, taking away from the beautiful area that was once there. So much for the locals. They got lost in the narcissism. But it's sort of hilarious that Obama is posting about it, standing there with Michelle, admitting it like it's something great. Because, quite frankly, it has got to be one of the ugliest buildings I've ever seen. Let's bring change home, the video ends. That's a change, all right. Like the change Obama brought to the country. Not looking really good there, Barry. Gray, ugly, Soviet Union-style dystopian prison complex is what it looks like. People had a lot of fun with this, too. Some posting videos of Star Wars X-Wing fighters flying in towards the library. Where's one? Let me see if I can get one up for you. Here we go. Okay, see that with the X-Wings? Actually, those aren't X-Wings. I forget what those are called. Ted Cruz said it was a bold move to put the Death Star in Chicago. One of these is the Obama Library. The other is a North Korean guard tower. Seriously. Here's what it's going up to, by the way. Remember $500 million? Oh, no. $830 million explains maybe one of the reasons why Obama's presidency fell flat on its ass. I love that one. A North Korean guard tower and the Obama Library. Oh, man. Okay. It's a mess. I hope Michael likes it. Johnson. Oh, before we get into the No Kings gatherings, today is Deepavali, which is the Hindu festival of light. It's, you hear that? You hear that? Our soundproof studio here. Those fireworks have been going off for the last 3 days. I live in a mixed neighborhood of from Malay people, Chinese people, Indian people, and everybody celebrates Deepavali. It's a big Hindu festival here. And part of that celebration is what you're hearing right now. They have been nonstop. Now, to add to that mix, as you likely know if you've been watching this show for a while, is my little Miko, who is sitting right down there, panting like crazy, going nuts, because one of the biggest things she cannot stand is fireworks. This is perfect. Going off while I'm trying to talk. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? She is so afraid of fireworks, she will not leave my side. Now, I can't pick her up and get her on the show because A, she weighs a ton, and B, she's just really frightened, and I don't want to give her any more stress. Oh, come on! I mean, happy Deepavali and all, but this is ridiculous. Honestly, this really, I have soundproofed this room, but that's how close they are. They're like two neighbors down. Okay, No King's protest. I hesitate to call it protest because it wasn't really a protest, but that's what they're calling it, so let's just go with that. Speaker Johnson wasted no time in completely tearing apart the Theatrics Saturday, which consisted of a bunch of old and wacko weirdo people. No digging, Miko. This show's falling apart at the seams. Honestly, I know not a lot of people are finding the show because we had to stop and start again. But when you watch this on the replay, you should have seen it live. It was hilarious. Organized by activist groups, bolstered by prominent Democrats, Chuck Schumer, demonstrators are pitched as the defense of democracy against King Trump, supposed authoritarian impulses. Well, Johnson wasn't buying it. He made sure everybody knew why. Took apart the entire premise during an appearance on ABC News this week. Where is it? Here we go. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Joined now by the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
Miko, stop.
What do you mean by that?
Well, that collection of folks that I listed were certainly part of it. We congratulate them on a apparently violent free speech exercise. I was a First Amendment lawyer for 20 years. We defend that right. But the irony of the message is pretty clear for everyone. If President Trump was a king, the government would be open right now. If President Trump was a king, they would not have been able to engage in that free speech exercise out on the mall, by the way, which was open because President Trump hasn't closed it. In the last shutdown, 2013 era, President Obama closed the National Mall, it closed all the national parks, didn't allow people to engage in all this. So, I mean, they needed a stunt, they needed a show. Chuck Schumer needs cover right now. He's closed the government down because he needs political cover, and this was a part of it.
And it sure the hell was a part of it. Not a big part, kind of a joke. This entire protest was a Okay. Miko, stop kicking the camera. I'm just going to go with this. This is why we do live, because it sometimes goes off the rails, and this train left the track right when it started. It was a master class in projection. Democrats screamed about authoritarianism, while, of course, they weaponized the government shutdown. March for democracy, weaponizing the government shutdown for political gain. Election results, claim to defend free speech, while their own party's recent history includes shutting down public spaces to make shutdowns as painful as possible. End of the day, the No Kings protest, just nothing more than political theater. That's it. Desperate attempt to shift the blame, manage the outrage, and it didn't work. And why were there no counter protests? Because we all on the right, we MAGA people, We knew what a joke this was. It was you want to go out on the street, on the sidewalk, and carry your little signs and yell your little note. Have a ball. Have a good time. We don't care. You don't affect anybody, least especially us. Kash Patel says the Utah officials could hurt the Tyler Robinson case. Comments by the FBI director, other public officials following Charlie Kirk's assassination, raising a lot of questions about whether or not this 22-year-old accused of the shooting can get a fair trial. The fact that he's been charged, frankly, I question to begin with, because there's too many questions that are very, very left open. By the way, they've just issued, just hours ago or yesterday, last night, a gag order on the case. The court itself issued a gag order. So now we're not going to hear squat. Candace Owens says she doesn't care about a damn gag order. She's gonna break it. She's apparently coming out, I think, Monday next with a huge expose. I know Candace can be a little whack sometimes, but she does have good sources. This case matters because of its political, cultural flashpoints, but also because the way it tests the justice system itself. Publicly disclosing details of evidence before the trial, Patel Utah officials might have just complicated matters to find an impartial jury, which then raises that constitutional question about due process, fair trial. If jurors get a big part of the jury pool is exposed to information that might become inadmissible in court, well, that would jeopardize the prosecution. Given the state's pursuit of the death penalty, unraveling this case could have national consequences. Frankly, like I said, there's too many unanswered questions. Way too many. He said in a Kash Patel in a televised interview, government evidence including DNA matches, alleged notes from Robinson, the DNA from the towels wrapped around the firearm, the DNA from the screwdriver, positively processed for the suspect in custody. Also said Robinson left a note that he had the opportunity to take out Kirk and said, "I'm going to take it." Yeah, okay. There is a lot of videos out there. I've been compiling them. We haven't talked about this much on the show, but we're going to talk about it. Not today, but we will go in depth on this subject. This news regarding the gag order, the judges issued this gag order. Neither the prosecution or the defense asked for it. The court itself just decided they're going to say to everybody on both sides involved in the case, shut up. It's bizarre, too. The gag lawyers currently appointed all potential future lawyers who might represent any party in the case, including those for other witnesses. Basically, it's a threat against all legal professionals who've spoken publicly from being associated with the case. All employees of the county forbidden to also speak about the case. Wow. This gag order, which allegedly is used to protect the civil rights of Tyler, gives the court a grounds and an excuse to sanction any legal professional in this case at will. It's a de facto proof to me that this court is nothing but corrupt. The case is contrived. Frankly, in my opinion, the suspect is nothing more than a patsy. And the chances are they're going to either Epstein him or Jack Ruby him at some point. There is no way on this planet those charges are beyond a reasonable doubt, because there are too many reasonable doubts. And they just keep coming in, folks. The more these things are released, the more unbelievable it becomes. I'm going to play for you a piece of videotape. Raw footage from that day from a camera, a hand phone, I believe, a cell phone. Just surfaced, and this is a shocker. At about 3 seconds in, so you got to listen close right in the beginning, before the shot. All the crowd is buzzing and yelling, and a loud voice can be heard to say, "Stay down." The shot, now this "stay down" comes at about 2 seconds. The shot comes at 5 seconds. Explain that to me, would you? Take a look. I'll repeat it for you because you may miss it the first time. But listen, that's the important part. Right in the beginning, you'll hear someone yell, "Stay down," and then bang. You see that? I'm going to turn it up. It'll be quite loud so you can hear it again. Watch. You tell me somebody didn't know beforehand what was going to happen and when. Stay down. These are the kind of pieces of footage. They are all over. Some are whack jobs, some are stretching it, some are like you shake your head, you go, "Oh, come on, give me a break." That is not. There's something wrong there, my friends. Denmark, we love you. Digital ID, controlling your bank, being able to shut it off your money supply whenever you want to. You can't get gas, you can't get food, can't go anywhere when the government owns your ass and owns your digital ID. Well, Denmark has decided to allow you to copyright you. The changes to the law theoretically would allow Danish citizens to ask online platforms to remove content of them if shared without their consent. Now, this doesn't so much get into the digital ID area, but it can. In an attempt to, you've seen the AI stuff. One of it fooled me with the rabbits on the trampoline. It's incredible. I watch videos now on X, and the first question I have is that real or not? Denmark going to pass legislation which will grant their citizens copyright protection of their own body. You own the copyright to your body, as it should be. Your facial features, your voice. Denmark's Department of Culture already secured cross-party support for this move, and they are ready to submit a proposal to amend the current Danish copyright law. I love this. You know, including especially someone like me who also makes an amount of money doing voiceover work. In fact, I've got another one coming up Wednesday for Burger King. I'll be doing a series of television ad voices for Burger King. But my voice is a moneymaker for me, and it is more than possible, it is absolutely possible, that people could take samples of my voice. In fact, on Facebook, you'll find a channel I run over there, a page called The Voice Guy, where there's all kinds of samples of jobs I've done in the past. You want to check it out? Go check it out. Excuse me. So all you got to do is take a few samples, load them up into AI, and then you can have me saying whatever you want, and I wouldn't know about it unless somebody told me or I saw it myself. Jakob Engel Schmidt, what a great name, Danish culture minister, said he hoped the bill would send an unequivocal message that everybody has the right to the way they look and the way they sound. In the bill, we agree, and we're sending an unequivocal message that everybody has the right to their own body, their own voice, and their own facial features, which, in my case, are not all that copyrightable, but there you go. If they approve this, theoretically, Danish citizens could request from Facebook or X or TikTok or wherever to remove content if it's been shared without consent. My face, my voice is copyrighted. If you post something without my permission, take it down or I'll sue you. Very interesting. They say these new rules will not affect parody and satire, which would still be permitted. Okay, so I like that because parody and satire are a thing. What else we got? I'm going to wrap this short because this thing is driving me nuts tonight with this up and down. What? Oh, yeah, did you see the thing about the hunting stand? Man, this is scary. The Secret Service found a hunting stand in Florida. You know what a hunting stand is? It's like a platform up in the trees where you're hunting deer or whatever. You go up, you hide in the tree, and then you shoot. What was that? Oh, it was like a bow and arrow and a gun. Anyway, here's the problem. This hunting stand has a direct line of sight to the Air Force One exit area. Oh, yeah. Not really a good thing. In fact, not a good thing at all. Very bad. Hang on, give me a second. Okay. Fox News broke this story. FBI now, a Secret Service was involved, but they had this MOD or MOU with the FBI. I heard Deputy Director Bongino talking about this earlier today. And apparently, there is a direct line of sight from this hunting platform to where the president gets off Air Force One in Florida at Palm Beach International Airport. Wow. Take a look at, let's see, is there a picture? Yeah, here we go. I don't know if you can see it very well. That's obviously the president. But there you see in the insert, big tree branches, and that square there is the platform which was built up in the tree. Now, Deputy Director Dan Bongino says they have taken the entire thing down. They've sent it off to their labs, and they are doing a thorough investigation into what exactly is going on with this. But it's scary. Agents found this on Thursday of last week, and the FBI is leading the investigation. Prior to the president's return to West Palm Beach, USS Secret Service discovered what appeared to be an elevated hunting stand. Patel told Fox News Digital no individuals are located at the scene. FBI has since taken the investigatory lead, flying in resources from all over the country to collect all the evidence and deploying their cell phone analytics capability, which means they're probably going to find the guy pretty damn soon. I'm still trying. Trying to get through. All right, like I said, we're probably going to wrap this thing up a little early because I've got technical deals behind the scenes here which just are not working very well. So I will thank you for joining us. Before we go, I do want to leave you with one thing. This is the Borgundstav Church in Norway. Now listen to this. It was built somewhere between 1180 and 1250 AD. That is a very long time ago. It is completely built by hand without a single nail in the construction. Look at this thing. Watch this. That is amazing. Not a single nail used to build this thing. 1180 to 1250 AD, somewhere in that range. That's when that thing was built. The Borgundstav Church in Norway. Man, amazing. All right, folks, thanks for popping by. I'm sorry about all the messes. The fireworks have stopped. Miko is shaking and breathing hard underneath my desk. That poor baby. All right, please get the follow button to like, and the like button to follow, and, all the usual crap we talk about. Join us on our Locals channel, some new exclusive content over there for members. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I promise things will be better.